Hello and welcome everyone back to Dumbass Class with me, the Dyslexic Gamer, and my players, as always. We are back with another game of Rogue Trader. I believe everything is working.
Yeah.
I believe it is. So, in the last episodes, the team had gone to the Sky Tower, and then after going to the Sky Tower, they went back to the battle site. They did some scavenging for a couple of episodes. Found some cool and unusual things, including possibly a Necron power source, but you know. After that, they came back to the Sky Tower. They got here for a oh god, I've just seen things going red. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. They were just in time for a sermon by Odleth, the deacon. His sermon this time was very isolationist, very we need to strengthen our borders, protect our own, build our stockpiles, so on and so forth. After having a little word with Eresnus, who is not Anus, he's got to zoom in. Where I'm trying to remember what she said to you guys now.
We have some volunteers to come.
Yeah, there was. I think what you spoke with Eresnus about was like setting up another base and so on and so forth. You did get some new volunteers. You have 3 shield sisters and you have 3 engineers. You met with.
We also have one unwilling volunteer.
Yeah. You met with Damon and Jack, the 2 head engineers. Which is where Jack informed you that there are some things that are slightly weird going on here. For one, more children are going missing, or if not missing, they're being recruited by the ecclesiarchy, particularly the girls. And the technically it's a sororitas, but it's mainly Odleth. Taking more supplies from the community, so more of the grains and the animal products and so on and so forth are being hoarded. So you have 2 new quests for this area. You don't necessarily have to do them this episode if you don't want to. I know you guys do have somewhat of a plan of what you do in these episodes. But yeah, we have. Oh no, I will add on to that bit. So whilst the group were talking to Jake or Jack, whatever his name was, one of the fanatical local inhabitants had overheard what was being talked about, particularly the fact that Jack wanted to know if there was any way to remove Odleth without causing issues. Fortunately, Cooney spotted him, snuck up on him, and then he was handed over to Bob, who took him outside of the community, and he is currently being held by the Izmirians.
I remember that. That was actually quite nice.
So that's pretty much where we got up to. At the moment, it is still in the morning period. It's not noon yet, high noon. So what would you as the players like to do? I will just move Odleth into the. He's not on the.
Anyone
the walls.
remembers that? Right now, the first plan was to get access to the whole Titan stuff, right?
So technically,
that's not going to happen from here, right? Because we have
Yes.
to go to the.
you need to go.
Valley.
You need to liberate the mine, which is near the
Yeah.
Tau crashed ship, and that will lead you to the. Is it MRDs? No, hang on. WNDs. No.
Oh yeah, the WMDs.
weapon.
Weapons of Mass.
Yeah, weapons.
WMD, Weapon
Yeah.
of Mass Destruction.
Yeah, that's the one. Destruction. Yeah.
Weapons of monster destruction.
Weapons of mass destruction are different things, man. Those are Slaneshi things.
Weapons of mass destruction. There's definitely large masses involved.
I mean, could also be a gravitational bomb. It also distracts mass.
So yeah, it's really up to you guys if you want to do a more talky episode with Odleth and the Sisters of Battle and so on, or if you want to return back to Izmir, take your new volunteers. Perhaps you might want to either leave them at Izmir or take them to the basically to the port and get the other tech priests to come and pick them up, because they're the ones with the boat. I mean, you could fly over there if you wanted, I suppose. Or, yeah, there's going to the mine or to the Tau ship.
Yes. What do you guys fancy?
I mean,
So the Titan machinery we need to work on it is hidden next to the tow ship.
Yes.
The mine. Yeah.
So I propose.
I think that the sooner we get the mine secured, the sooner we can also handle the Tal ship.
Yeah.
And I kind of want
Yeah.
my medal too, so. I was promised a paddle suit.
We've already started. We already started work on fixing our Sky Beast.
That process has already started with the tech priests back in base, correct?
Yes, she
indeed.
is doing what she can. If you wanted to spend a couple of days with basically Cray helping her, it would go quicker. But yeah, she's doing what she can.
Yeah, like I mean, if we get some of the ones back, if we have more volunteers here, we could always do like while Cray is working on it, we could run the little fucking back and forth, taking some of the extra ones from there to back to the base.
You could also just leave the mechanics with the tech priest at Izmir to work on the Sky Beast, because you have got 3 mechanics with you. So technically, you'd have 4 tech priests working on it whilst you guys are doing whatever you want to do. You know?
Okay. And they don't need any, because of what we did last time. They don't actually need any assistance with the power anymore, right? They have a fair bit more power actually generated around the town now, so we don't actually need the fucking.
We can keep the perpetual motion engines.
Yeah, this is going to power my TV. Nothing else.
Oh boy.
And totally not a Necron Tesseract generator.
Definitely not. Don't worry about it.
I had to explain to a friend of mine what the hell the Necron meme, or specifically the Trays in the Infinite meme was, of why the fuck there's a Necron going around with Pokemon balls. What do you mean? What do you mean the Necrons are basically Pokemon trainers? Yeah, you know the way that everyone has gods? Yeah. Well, they use their gods as weapons. But don't the Eldar do that? Kinda. But they have them trapped in like Pokeballs.
Not really. It was not their gods.
The Eldar created their gods through artificial fucking wolf powers.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, the Eldar gods are essentially tools.
One of their, yeah. Then they sacrifice one of their exarchs to summon the aspect of their God of War now.
Yeah.
And then they changed the lore and he got cucked.
I mean, I was
Which is
talking
why he's
about the
still angry.
Necron gods.
Oh, the Necron gods?
So the Catan.
Yeah, weren't they just like random eating? Those were random sun eat. No, you have the sun eaters.
Yeah, so it's the Catan, which is what they're called, Albie, the Catan.
Yeah.
That's the name for the whole, and they're technically they're not their gods.
I thought the Catan were the guys that converted the Necron tears to the Necrons, and they were fighting these star snails.
Yeah, but that is the deceiver. The deceiver, the void dragon. They are the Catan.
Star snails and the Catan are.
What?
Yes, I thought the star snails were something else. The ones the Necron tear meant first.
No.
Oh, no.
Unless you're talking about the old ones, because the Necron tier met the old ones first, and the old ones wouldn't give them the medical assistance they needed.
Star snails, I mean the old ones.
Yeah. Frogs would be.
So they went to the Catan instead, and the Catan fucked them up.
Yeah, the Catan found them after they got their asses whooped by the old ones.
No, the deceiver was always there. Just devouring those. Yeah. The deceiver was always there devouring their son. That's why it caused them so many problems.
Yeah, but they never worshipped them as gods at that time. It was only later.
They never realized until they were trapped within the system.
Yeah. So what would you like to do in this episode?
Okay, let's gather up what we can. I'll start taking notes and stuff, and I'm going to start consulting with some of the tech race and stuff like that to see if I can organize a fucking adept Ministorm thing. Not Ministorm. What do you call it? A Ministratum. See if I can bullshit a Ministratum into being. So, Albie, Jim, what do you guys?
What do we think about doing the usurpation mission first?
What?
What do you think about doing the usurpation mission first to get some extra bodies for dealing with the mines? Or do we want to do the Sky Beast first?
To get more servants?
Yeah, do that side. Yeah, do that side quest.
I mean, I heard this right. You want to usurp the guy first?
Well, that's one of the two side quests. The other one was.
The thing is, I think we should leave the usurping for later after we have a little bit more power.
The usurpation will go much smoothly once we have an Imperator class Titan.
Yeah, and not just that. I think we can boost our allies inside the town before we actually take over.
Wait, boost our allies with the tower? What?
Within the town. Sorry.
Oh, within the town.
Yeah.
There's a boost our allies with the town. It's like there's more town? What?
No, I wish there were a town. There might be, in case we eventually get a regiment of them, but not yet, unfortunately. I wish.
Okay. Let's gather up who we can, and let's start going back to Izmir and see if we can. You know what? Let's just spend a couple of days working on the Sky Beast, trying to get it operational. How about that? I think that should be the priority, so we can actually get around much faster when need be.
Yeah.
Happy enough with that, Albie?
Yeah, let's do the Sky Beast. I guess if we're doing Sky Beast, we could also work on the Prometheum. Yeah. Do you guys hear me correct? Okay, it's because I'm having some connection issues.
No, fair enough.
We can hear you.
So anyway, will we work on our Prometheum supply first? Wait, no, we have enough Prometheum, right? For
we have.
We don't need more Prometheum.
Journeys, don't we? especially because we actually have some of the barrels of Promethium at the new base.
That is correct. You have a number of barrels at the new base. Essentially, you can use the Sky Beast as much as you want in the short term. If you're just flying to the base, getting some more fuel, doing some work, it's going to last you a long time. If you start flying it around the whole world constantly, you're going to run out a lot quicker. The way you've been using your fuel, you're still really good, you know.
We're kind of confined to this continent, correct? Essentially.
Sorry, can you say that again?
We're essentially confined to this continent. We're not flying off to a completely different place of the world.
So, technically, this world has one ginormous continent and some islands. But if you fly from your Archaeotech facility in the corner, and you fly all the way down to Lost Village 3, and then you're flying to Lost Village 2, then you're going back to the Emperor's Sanctum, the Emperor's Sanctum, and then you're going to you're flying all the way around. I'm going to start really taking note of how much fuel you are using, and you're going to run out quicker.
It's only 752 miles.
But if you're doing these trips constantly, I need to start being a bit more of a bastard. But if you're just every now and then it's going to last you a while. But you are still constantly receiving small amounts of Promethium, or raw, crude Promethium, from the Adeptus Mechanicus. The dude is still doing that deal with you, where every now and then a Servitor skull gets lost and it finds its way over to Izmir, you know.
Yeah. We, just zooming out like this, it just reminds me, we have 2 places to usurp.
Where else do you want to use it?
The Sky Tower is one, and then the fucking the Lathe Worlders in the Titan Hangar.
Oh. Yeah, but I think that's going to be a lot harder, though.
That's going to be much harder, but I think once we get like the current swath of tech breeds on our back, we can, push them out.
I mean, we can also Granny kick the bucket. We can also go see the furries and see if Granny already kicked the bucket.
Oh yeah,
That's a good
is
point.
true. And I have yet to meet them, so...
You have yet to meet them, and then you're going to get telepathetically...
You've met Mattermouth, you've met all the furries.
No, I have not.
You've met most of the important ones.
If you've met Mothermouth, you've met them all. They're not that different.
Kunia Rice is like, wow, there's so many different varieties of them. I was told you're all the same.
I thought you were all just little foxmen with bows.
I mean, I am a Tau, so I would never say that.
I mean, you would probably just think that Bastardized.
Sorry, what
Any
was that?
variation is more different than the fucking tower.
You would probably just think they're bastardized Groot.
I mean, no, because like there's something like 28 races within the Tau Empire, so...
Also, the fact that if you don't look at the propaganda, it's kind of hard to distinguish the difference between male and female Taus. The only difference really is the nasal slit.
Yep. One is Y-shaped, the other one is just, I-shaped.
Which is why it prompted people into carrying on the comic where the guy was hitting on the wrong Tau and was accidentally feeling up his ethereal rather than not the ethereal. He was hitting on like the Fire Warriors veteran rather than the
He was hitting on the dude rather than the female. That's what you want to say.
Yes. He was hitting on the dude Fire Warrior, not the female Fire Warrior tomboy.
But the funny thing is, I actually found out that the Space Marines have no respect for the Tau whatsoever, but yet they have respect for the Kroot. They actually respect the Kroot for their warrior ways. No, we can respect. You fight to the death. You kill. You're murdering bastards like us. We can respect that.
I mean, I have seen some stories of the Astartes actually respecting some Tau. So
yeah, some. If you're a
So-
Riptide pilot and with a fucking Gauss rifle or Gauss cannon, definitely not. They hate that fucking thing.
I mean,
They're
it's
just jealous of superior technology.
yeah,
But
they,
it's-
No, they hate it because it destroys the gene seed outright.
they hate it because they don't like the superior.
Like I said, superior technology.
And
Yes, thank you, Albie.
it's also the fact that they run away from melee. The Tau do not handle melee well. That's why they have the Kroot, and that's why the Astartes respect the Kroot, because they get in there hand to hand in the brutal side of it, which is what the Astartes do, you know?
I mean,
Don't make me break out the propaganda and have Cooney sit in the corner and chew cud for an hour while we milk her.
Whoa, hold on, buddy. Careful.
So,
The
As
trend from
you-
0 to 100 is very fast.
as you
Yeah.
gather up your new recruits and your unwilling recruit, some of the townspeople have noticed. Not as many of the fanatics have noticed, however. And he is the Skytarians, or Skytarians, however you want to call them. They kind of turn a blind eye. They're like, we're just going to ignore the fact that they grabbed one of the fanatics and are taking him away. As you make your way to Lost Village 1, the captive is placed in the truck. From what I remember, Cray is driving the truck and Heinrich is driving the car. So-
yes.
Cray, you can hear from the fanatical Skytarian. He is basically like, if you allow him to speak, he is bringing in imperial rhetoric. He is, you have no right to touch me. I am of the ecclesiarchy. How dare you, tech priest? He is fully indoctrinated and on the heavily fanatical side of imperial doctrine.
If this
Would I know some kind of Mars Dragon Emperor related kind of almost heretical insult?
Almost heretical. Please don't do that.
I was gonna say, Albie,
Like,
we've
I
all
don't
been wearing
mind,
the
but please
same
don't do
socks
that.
for so long ass time. I'll take mine off and use it as a gag if you want.
So the fact that none of you were in the same vehicle as Cray, so Cray, you are the only one in this car except from the Izmirians and Bob. So you would know of a number of insults that you could say to him if he was a normal Imperial. Because he's not. You have to be a bit more creative in how you insult him. But yeah, you can do it. You can come up with an insult to say to him.
Can I give you a just call him a backwater, I don't know, dog fucker.
Can I use 1 second?
You worship the Omnissiah, whether you know it or not.
See, the thing is, he probably doesn't know about the Omnissiah.
Could I use Forbidden Lore Mechanicus to come up with a creative insult?
Isn't
Sure,
the
you
thing
can
that
do
if
that.
he actually knew the Omnissiah, he wouldn't be worshipping the Omnissiah?
No, so you got to remember is this dude has never interacted with an Adeptus Mechanicus. He's
No,
only
I know.
interacted with the ecclesiarchy. So they only know the ecclesiarchal imperial faith. So yeah, they've never been told about the Omnissiah. So yeah.
I know. I meant if anyone actually knew the Omnissiah, they wouldn't be worshipping him.
Oh yeah, that's the truth of
the Void
oh my
Dragon.
God, Justin, no more. Yeah.
Technically, you
But
can.
that's extremely rare. You have to be on Mars to even discover that truth.
Well, you've got to be a cult of the dragon to be in.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's insulting enough that the ecclesiarchy just to say that the emperor is not a god but just a Jesus.
I actually would like
Technically,
to know
that is
more
true.
about
Technically,
Dragon later.
that is true.
I mean, that's the case, right? And into thingy, into Omniscient, into machine fate, like
Yes.
God is the void dragon, motive force is the spirit, and then you have Jesus as the emperor.
Yes.
Or
That
vice
is,
versa.
The motive force is just a way.
it is the Son, the Spirit, and the Holy Father.
Worship.
It is the trilogy within the Adeptus Mechanicus. So that part is correct. I do think you have got the bits wrong, but you are correct with. So it's not, and it's not. You don't
Probably
know
the
about the Void Dragon. Let's put it that way. You have no idea about the Void Dragon.
The Void Dragon except for the cult of the dragon.
But the Omniscient is God up in heaven for you, and yes, the Emperor is Jesus. So that's all entirely true. So yeah,
No. The Emperor is the Omniscient. That's what they had to make. That's what the Emperor had to make the Admech believe to get them on side.
Yeah, the Omniscient is the name for the Jesus thingy, right?
I'm nearly 100% sure the Adeptus Mechanicus believe in the Holy Trinity. So you have the you have the Machine God, who's up in heaven. You have the Emperor of Mankind, the God Emperor, who is the Omniscient. You are correct in that terminology.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. No, we're having a bit of a translation issue. That's
Yeah,
all it was. Yeah, no, we did have it right. Yeah.
It's just the wording, because 40k is a bastard with with wording.
It's also the whole fucking religious wording of things, because it's just fucking.
And it's just religion as well, which is fucking
always complicated.
Yeah.
If it's ever not complicated, you're doing it wrong.
So as you get to Lost Village 1, you're bedding down for the night in each of the locations. There are no fanatics in the Lost Village, just to make that clear. They are all normal Sky Tower people. They take notice that you have a fanatic, or that there is someone who is shouting out constantly, or maybe being gagged at times, so on and so forth. But again, they don't really say anything.
Could I have Bob just play constant Omniscient chants and stuff in Low Gothic or whatever this bastard speaks?
Yeah, you can do that, and they do all speak Low Gothic at the Sky Tower. So sure, you can have Adeptus Mechanicus prayers and psalms and so on being played. But yeah, the general people, they turn a blind eye to your abduction of one of the fuckwits. The next day, you move on to Ployne Tree Village, or Ployne Tree Outpost. You're given an update that the supplies have been moving freely. Ploynes have been going, and wood has been going to Izmir, so on and so forth. The Thetits inform you that everything is going according to plan. And you push off on the next day to make it back to Izmir. Again, going through the valley, which is perfect for ambushes, but you've never been ambushed today. Not yet. It'll happen one day.
The fucking paranoia you've built up about this fucking valley.
I know.
Just shoot a few around here and there at the valley.
It's like every time you get there, it's like
don't even tempt it, Albie. No, don't even tempt the fucking valley. It's going to ambush it at some point, and when it does,
one day
we'll not be ready for it.
One day there'll be an ambush, and they won't realise that Bob will get out of the truck. Oh, fuck.
How the hell do we get Bob out of the truck? We need the crane back.
He just steps out, and the whole suspension just rises up to its max. Oh no.
I didn't realise it was that bad.
But you get back to Izmir. You've still got a few hours of daylight to go. There's no incidents this time at Izmir. No one's been slapped, hurt, or beaten, or abused.
It's quite fucking
for once. Would anyone? So I guess Anus comes and gives you a report. So the hunters have actually brought down a prey. They did that like 4 days after you left. So not as much force has been put on the fishermen to supply protein. The hunters were successful.
Okay.
You notice a few hunters have been mauled and sliced up a bit, but that's kind of usual. Some of the Izmirians have requested, can we please have some guns? I think they have one las rifle in Izmir that they are allowed to use.
Training.
Yeah, and it's like for training, so it's low powered. But that's just basically a general request that they're making off of the leadership. Can we have more ranged weapons?
I would like. You know what? Yeah. Okay. No, hang on. Go back to it.
So
first, sorry.
The materials that the Izmirians got from the Sky Tower are unloaded. So this is things like some armor, some metal armor has been delivered, some other improved weapons. I don't think they got any guns or any ammo or anything like that. But lots of things for the blacksmith to learn from. So in the coming weeks or months in game, your Izmirians will be able to have better armor and better equipment natively.
Nice.
The tech priest informs Cray that work has been continuing on the... I mean, she'll give it a proper designation of what it is, and then probably say, the Sky Chicken, aka the Sky Chicken. Obviously, Cray introduces her to the mechanics. Was there anything else that was happening that you needed to be informed about? I don't think so. I think that's it. The 3 Shield Sisters go and meet with the... so I think 2 Shield Sisters have been left in Izmir to defend the milkmaid and the baker. The farmer and the milkmaid, whichever one. So they go and greet them. So there's a little interaction of them near your...
Wait.
Actually, I might as well just bring over the...
Is there only... is it 3 or 2? I thought one of them went... No, hang on, no, you're right, it was 3. Because that's all that was left.
Yeah, because some went back with the Sister of Battle, and...
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, maybe it was 1. Maybe only 1 stayed. Let me have a look.
Was it 1?
There's 1 there. Is there another one? I can only see 1 at the moment.
Oh no, it was only 1.
Yeah, so maybe it's only 1 that's here. So we've basically got 4 Shield Sisters for now.
Okay.
Only 1 of them will stay and act as a guardian for the others.
We lied about the oil rig. Get on the get in the farmlands, toil the fields.
Yeah, we lied about the new place. Get to the breeding farm, you bastard.
Oh God.
Oh, you know what? There is another one on the map. I'll give you another one. There you go. There's another Shield Sister. You can have 5.
5 Shield Sisters again.
There we go. So did you want to... So yeah, this is where you are going to have a choice. You can leave the Mechanics and the Adeptus Mechanicus Tech Priest to work on the Sky Chicken, just naturally. Naturally? Natively? Passively, that's the word I'm looking for. Passively over time.
Passively or naturally.
And you guys can go off and do something else, or do you want to spend a couple of days in Izmir doing stuff?
I mean, I think the more we assist with the Sky Beast now, the faster we will get it done. And then we can also look into getting more Prometheum so we can just fly it everywhere.
Sure.
We have plenty of Prometheum, dude. so long as we don't, abuse the shit out of it, we've got plenty of promethium.
Yeah, I mean, when it's fixed, I just want to fly everywhere.
But that's another reason why we're going to have to usurp the fucking tech priests then. Okay, fair enough. Right. So yeah, let's repair this thing now. So get you ready to do your tech use tests. Goonie, anything you want to do during the downtime?
Since the guys want more guns, if we have spare guns, I want to train them a little bit better with the guns.
We have a bunch of shitty las guns.
Yeah, if I can grab like 4 of those, I'll just train them so they can, do it properly.
Yeah, I'll be down for doing some training drills and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So basically, there's a big celebration as you guys come home and you've brought new people and stories to be told, and you unload some of the stuff that you've collected, and big celebration. Another orgy happens as usual. The next day, you wake up and you can go and do some stuff. So for Cooney and I'm guessing Heinrich, you're going and training people and doing management-like stuff. Yes. For Cray, you're spending the day or next couple of days working on the ship. So for Cray, so it's a -30 on the ship naturally, because it's a junker, basically. You're getting a -30 because it takes forever to do anything because it's been maintained by fuckwits.
What, doesn't have the rugged special rule?
Admittedly, it is a shuttle, so it probably does come with something like that, but I believe that's a +30, isn't it? Or is it a +10?
No, it's only it's a +10. It's +20 when you have a full suite of repair suite.
Okay. So yeah, it probably would have. It probably would have rugged because it is a shuttle. So it's a -20 crate, plus any extra bonuses that you have. If you have a combi tool, then you get another +10. But I don't know what all your bonuses, equipment-wise, are.
I have a combi tool. Oh, yeah, right. I forgot I can float.
He's just gonna spend the day floating around the place.
I mean, I can float for a number of minutes equal to 1d10 plus my toughness bonus, 20 to 30 centimeters off the ground. It costs me half an action, and it reduces all falling damage to 1d10 plus 3.
That means you have a built-in jump pack. Should you have to flee from the chopper?
A built-in
anti-grav.
Yeah. All right, jump
pack. Anti-gravitic parachute. Which is what the... I can't remember what ones. Elysiums have. Elysiums? Yeah, Elysium drop troopers, I believe they're called.
Oh, grav shoots. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, grav shoots. Yeah. So
also what the Austrian troopers had.
Oh yeah, the Austrians had them as well. Yeah, true. Yeah, and they jumped down the demon's butthole with it.
We certainly did, into the sphincter.
Does my best quality auger array help with it?
Yeah, I'll give you a +10 for that, because you can basically trace where the wires are going with it. So, you said you have
I'm doing.
You've got a combi tool.
I do have combi tool.
Okay, so that's a +20 naturally, plus a +10 for it being rugged. So you're just rolling flat.
Awesome.
9 degrees of
Jesus
success.
Christ.
9 degrees of success. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Can't
Okay.
complain, can't complain.
So, can you give me another one, Cray? Which will be flat again. And I'll do another -21. Okay, cool.
Do I need to start a school?
No, it's complicated work, and they are only NPCs.
Oh,
Okay.
I will have rolled twice. You need to take the first one. I think.
Yeah, I've only got one on my. Oh, hang on. Is there another one? No, I've only got one on my screen. So we have 9 degrees, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, 12 degrees from you, plus another taking up to 13. Okay. So for 2 days, you work on the Sky Chicken. It's not completely fixed by any means. Realistically, it needs to go into a proper hangar bay where it can be, properly stripped down and so on and so forth. But you have got it flyable. It can leave atmosphere, although you're still highly questioning, because remember, this shuttle has 2 lots of components. And your theory is that once it goes through the planet's haywire field, that knocks out the first engine and all of the primary components, and then they have to start the other half of the components to then land the shuttle once they get through the atmosphere. And you're going to have to do that if you leave atmosphere as well. So you're only using one engine to get out of the planet's atmosphere. The haywire field will shut your craft down, and then you've got to start the other engine and the other components. It is a highly complicated, absolute mess of a machine. But you have got it functioning. For you to fly it now, there is only a -10. Whereas before, I think there was like a -30 or 40. So,
I mean, I don't have pilot, so
I'm the only one that can pilot.
and then for Cooney,
I'm the only one who can fix it.
Yes.
For Cooney, can I get a ballistic skill check? You have a -30 because you are communicating it, you're teaching the Izmirians, so there is a negative to it.
I do have a talent. Hold on. Envoy of the Greater Good, which gives me traits to speaking with people that don't with other people, and I do have whatchamacallit, the I think it's linguist or something like that.
Polyglot?
Is it poly? Yeah, I was gonna say, is it
polyglot.
polyglot or yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Polyglot. Does that help me?
So I would probably say you're getting a +15. There'd be a -15 in total.
I will shout at you to do better.
So -5.
So what do I roll? Sorry, at -5.
Ballistic skill check with -5.
Hang on, is there any
ballistic skill, not an actual shot, right?
No, not an actual shot. You're using your ballistic skill to teach them.
Would any of my talents be able to assist with that?
You are shouting at her. That's
Yeah, I'm shouting at her, but if, say, Iron Discipline, so, hang on, just throw that in there. Iron Discipline, okay, no,
No, that's for fear.
that's for fear and painting and stuff. Yeah, Into the Jaws of Hell is the same, it's just fear and painting.
You know what? Since we're technically okay, I'll just use a fate point and reroll. Nope, couldn't teach them.
So it's not that you're not teaching them. It can also be that they're just shit. So they take the low-powered las
They are
rifles.
just shit.
They take the low-powered las rifles and they do some target shooting. They did better last time. They did better last time, but this time they're just, maybe it's a different group that you're training. You're not training the same group. Maybe it's just
I'll
the las
take my
guns are
time.
a bit shit because they are training ones. They are fucked salvaged ones.
These are the ones that really wanted las or guns, so these are just the ones that are weebing the fuck out now that they actually have a weapon they can hold in their hands.
Yeah, and it's getting used to the recoil, or that I know a las gun shouldn't have recoil, but they fucking do. It's lots of little things that you just haven't, it hasn't gone as well as you'd hoped. Heinrich. Oh, sorry, can you do that again for me, Cooney? Because you've got 2 days. So can you do another -5 one the next day? Heinrich, is there anything you want to do during these 2 days? You are help assisting Cooney, so you're not going to have as many. Cooney, why did you roll another one?
You told me to roll twice, and the first one
No, sorry, dude. So the one that you succeeded, that one's fine. That was a re-roll. Remember, you used a fortune point to.
No. I used a fate point in the first one and failed again.
Yeah, I only needed one per day off you.
You told me to roll twice.
Yeah, no. I said, can I have another one?
Oh, the twice is because we have 2 days.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
because it was for each day. Sorry.
Yeah.
So yeah, that one, don't worry about it. The last one, don't worry about it.
Okay, sorry.
We got one succeeded. That's fine. We're good.
Yeah. Sorry.
So Heinrich, is there anything else you would like to do? You are technically training the Izmirians as well. So you're going to be within distance of Cooney, but is there anything do you want to train them in weapon skill? Do you want to train them in command or, anything like that?
Yeah, let me see.
You can also train them in ballistic skill if you want to do a double up on it.
I'm not that good at ballistic skill. I am not that good at ballistic skill. Melee is more my forte, and even then, I'm better at shouting at people.
I can train them in both ballistics and formations and stuff like that, because technically that's what I do too. So
the other thing you can do is you can bring Anus over, and you're technically training Anus and showing him if you want to do command. He would be the one who would be better suited.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll train Anus and one of the Tinnaids. Well.
Sure, that's not a problem. So whilst you're assisting Cooney and they're watching how the shooting's going, you can then also do a melee training or command, like I said. So whichever one you'd like to do, please roll it for me. There is, however, there is a -20 to your tests. If you have any skills that are applicable, you can apply them.
Oh, damn it. Air of Authority doesn't only gives you plus. Okay.
Can I help in any way, shape, or form? Because I'm a polyglot and an envoy. Because he was shouting at me to help, so I'll be helping too.
Yeah. See, that's his ability that he's using that gives you a +10. You don't have that ability.
Hang on a second. I have a cunning plan.
Don't you have a baton?
I do have a baton. Well,
Are you going to beat them?
I'm gonna beat them so they work on their resistance to fear.
I mean, it's more using a command roll to
just beat the shit out of them.
And again, that is what commissars kind of do as well. So
Yeah.
So, Gary, if you ever get a girlfriend, be careful. You are recorded saying you beat to improve morale.
I literally have a fridge magnet that says the beatings will continue until morale improves.
I just realized something. I bought Polyglot twice.
Double the bonus.
I'm just going to delete this thing and give myself back 500 XP because I don't need this twice.
Damn it! I have to use Intimidate to do that. I don't think I'm good with Intimidate. I got 51% chance. Alright, I'm just gonna go with Command. I have a pretty good Command roll. I have the Baton, which gives me a +10.
So then it's a
anything else?
minus
Otherwise-
10 overall then. Unless you have another thing to help with your command rolls.
I don't have anything that I don't think I have anything that'll help my command, but I have a megaphone.
I mean...
Yeah, no, that's not too bad. It's a -10, that's not too bad. Alright. Okay. -10. Please, Nuffle.
With 6 degrees of success, can you give me another one for the second day?
Yep. There we go. I may as well use it. I have 4 of them now for some reason. There we go.
Well, there you go. Look
Total
at
of
that.
11.
Okay. So, Anus and some of the Timmies have done fairly well. They admire you enough to listen correctly and to do as they are
I don't
told.
fucking think so. I beat them before.
Yeah. And occasionally, maybe the command baton comes out and they get a clip round the head, For Cooney, the first day, they're definitely, maybe they're excited, they're overly excited, maybe this is a new group and you've thought it was the other group and, they don't quite understand. But the next day, they get their shit together and do far better with your 4 degrees. And Anus and some of the Timmies seem to have a far greater understanding of the commander's role within the group, because you're not just shouting out at them, you're also explaining to them that they are the commanders when you're not here. They have to tell the men where to go and what to do and so on and so forth. So it's not just you shouting at them.
Wow, it's not just the Lord is not just shouting at me. He's actually explaining what I'm doing.
Yeah,
I never
pretty
realized
much.
before because I wasn't listening to him.
Pretty much. So,
oh god.
just trying to think if anything else is going to happen. I don't believe so. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think that is everything that is happening. Oh, hang on. No, we have something else. So, there is a captive. You do have a fanatic captive.
Oh yeah, we have the fanatic as well.
What would you like to do with him? So we're going to go back in time. So this is the first evening that you arrived, that you got back. I'm guessing you put him in the prison.
Yes.
Can't remember who these ones down south are.
Do any of us have interrogation?
I have extermination.
No.
Wait.
That's not what I asked.
Do I have what? Sorry?
Interrogate or interrogation.
I do have interrogation.
You do have interrogation.
I
That
do.
bodes well for the.
It's only at trained, but I think I can improve it. I have a lot of XP.
You suddenly find yourself 500 extra XP.
I have 2,100 XP, so why? If you want, I can upgrade this. I actually want to upgrade my willpower too. So
We could always interrogate him. You see, to get like what information we can about the fanatics and shit.
Good.
That is a possibility. However, he is a fanatic, so yeah.
Yeah, but like everybody's only a fanatic enough until the point where you drive nails, eyes start
You say
I-
that, but
and start wiggling.
you say that, but this is the Imperium, my dude.
If you want, you can rent Bob for Omniscile Chant of the Emperor.
Do any of our allies have interrogate? Any chance?
No.
Actually, what rank are we currently at? I don't remember the levels for the ranks.
Rank
It
4?
says under the total XP spent. We are.
We're
How much
rank
XP have you
6.
spent? We're on the way to 6 or 7 at this point.
We're 6.
No.
We're 6.
Rank 5, apparently.
No.
I
Wait.
have
Depending
2,500.
on how much you've spent.
Yeah,
Depending on
I
how much
spent
you've spent.
I spent 23,000, so I'm rank 6.
Yeah. I'm still
I
rank 5.
also
technically, because I
spent-
still have like.
The rank 6 is from 21,000 to 24,999.
I should be rank 6, yet the sheet says I'm rank 5.
Well,
What does it tell you? You're rank 5.
where do you
Oh,
see
yes.
that rank on the sheet?
Oh, it's a manual thingy.
What?
Look, I'll post. 1 second. It's at the bottom of journal.
Bottom?
Bottom of journal? I don't see anything in the bottom of the journal. Oh, that's the alternate career ranks. No, you can. That's because you can have up to 5 alternate careers.
No. Above. Career
I-
path explorator 6. The 6 I
Yeah.
just entered. It used to be at 5.
Oh,
Really something
but-
I would update.
I have nothing in there, and my career path is just, Shazla.
there's less. Fair enough. Huh, that's weird.
Yeah, I cannot upgrade my interrogation. I can upgrade my willpower, which would upgrade my interrogation.
Yeah, sure enough.
Check. Sure, let's upgrade willpower. Can I do that now, or should I wait for the end of the session?
No, I'm pretty sure you can upgrade that now. That's not a problem.
There you go. I have now.
Not that I think there's so much to interrogate out of this guy, but we may as well before we hand him over to Albie to be servitorized.
I have 53 willpower now.
Nice.
My lowest is strength at 31, and then weapon skill is 33. Everything else is, 40 and above.
So where
have a
would you
lot of
like
50s.
to? Where would you like to interrogate this person?
I mean,
I would advise taking them out of the town, or at least underground somewhere.
do we
I mean,
still
these
have the
guys
dun bit
burnt
more?
someone at the stake and made it a celebration. The Izmirians aren't
Yes,
really,
but we are- yes, but we have a milkmaid and a the
Sister of
barmaid
Battle.
and the
Sorry, shield
Battle
man.
sisters. Yeah, shield boons.
There were shield sisters in the back of the truck when you kidnapped him. They don't care.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah,
it's
but we don't want them to show that we're actually like, yeah, okay, we have a guy kidnapped. But there's a difference between kidnapping and fucking torturing a guy.
Yeah, there's a difference between kidnapping someone
Well,
and then
so that
literally
would-
setting his ass on fire.
that would entirely depend on what information you're getting from him. Because remember, the ecclesiarchy are stealing children, which you've been told about. The shield sisters aren't going to be on board with that. The shield
True.
sisters are not connected to the ecclesiarchy.
That is also true. You know what? Fuck it.
So
Middle of town.
if you want to do it here, you can. If you want to do it outside of town or in the Sky Chicken or in the medical facility in the mountains.
Oh my god. We could threaten them with a communist bungee jump.
Communist bungee jump. You could lead him out of the Sky Chicken and just be like, "We'll drop you, motherfucker."
Tell us what you know where you're going for a bungee jump with no bungee cord.
He's like, "We will drop you on Bob." The last thing you will see is Bob you hurtling towards Bob as he fires. So where would you like to do it? In Izmir, in the medical facility, in a hut?
I mean, in theory, in the medical facility, we can extend his life and therefore his suffering.
That's You sure you're still not Kalindra at the moment? That was very Dark Eldar of you.
I mean, it's not Dark Eldar, it's pragmatic, it's different.
You sure you
I don't know.
did tenure with fucking ethereals for a while?
The extending of the suffering, definitely Dark Eldritch. No,
it's like, again, it's very pragmatic. We need, and how do we get information? Like,
no, it's just the way you worded it. The way you worded it is very Dark Eldritch, whereas you could have worded it, well, we need to keep him alive so we can extract more information from him for longer. But you particularly said keep the suffering going, so yeah, that's fair. Okay.
You
could have
maybe
worded it in another way, but
maybe Kalindra, bled out a little bit, but like
spiritually came through.
It's still a very pragmatic approach.
Sure.
That's what I'm saying. You don't worry. You just tenured with the fucking ethereals for a while.
So
I mean,
the evening is coming. Basically, it's not the complete end of the workday. You know, the mechanics and the tech priest are still working on the Sky Chicken. The Izmirians are still, practicing shooting, and the commanders are practicing command as you guys gather up your prisoner and take him wherever you want to take him. So, is he going to the medical facility or is he going into one of the buildings here?
Yeah, let's go to the medical facility.
Sure.
I
so
take the car.
Yay! I mean, what?
So I imagine the three of you plus your usual two NPCs of Buttermouth and Thomas. I don't really think Thomas is needed anymore, but he follows around.
I think Thomas and Buttermouth can have the night off. I don't know if we want them to experience more torture.
Yeah.
Remember what happened to Enos?
I'm gonna be completely honest. Unless they really want to come and they know what's about to happen, they shouldn't come.
They come.
Thomas might be interested.
They come.
They come. Oh, in that case,
they're gonna come.
Why not? They get to watch a human get tortured. I mean, it's a bit of playback, really. So, as you make your way up to the medical facility, I suppose you can just jump into... Well, yeah, fuck it, you just jump in the car. So it takes you like 5 minutes to drive the car up. Oh, no, I can't bother to move the map and move tokens. So we're going to the world of imagination. You go up to the medical facility, the Archaeotech facility. You notice...
By the way,
yep.
Where is the Astartes again?
He's at the new base.
Right?
He's at the new base.
Okay. Yeah, he's at the new base.
Because essentially he got bored, so he was going out hunting for dangerous creatures, and he scared away all the game. That's why the Izmirians couldn't do any hunting.
Yeah.
Fair.
Now that he's, leveled the playing field again, so the Izmirians actually have a chance. Like, they don't need to rely on the fishers as much anymore.
But he had multiple. He had multiple of the sand tiger skeletons, but only one of them was perfect because he was figuring out how he kills them without damaging the bones. He found strangulation was the best route. I
mean, I have one of those, and I didn't have to work for it.
So yeah, when you go up there, you'll notice that there's a lot more disturbances in the ground, as if animals have been rooting for, grazing roots, just looking for food. Basically, there's piles of shit in certain areas where there weren't before. You don't hear or notice anything as you go up there, but you can tell that animals have been around.
I will say, like, I honestly believe this place would be like a genetic fucking horror story for most of the animals at this point. I don't think there should be anyone nearby. Anything that got close probably got killed by the fucking space marine in a horrible, horrible way, including all the screaming every night.
Yeah, quite possibly. But it could also be the worm creatures are coming through again, because the Izmirians are killing things. So, but you don't see any creatures as you go up, and you don't get attacked this time as you head to the facility. Once you enter, most of the skeletons, the crystal skeletons, are still there. The only one the Astartes took with him was the perfect one.
We have more trade goods.
Technically, you do. You have some extra skeletons lying around. The fanatic is just like overwhelmed when he comes and sees like these crystal skeletons and the facility and so on and so forth. As you stick him in the medical device, he is strapped down. The Archaeotech medical operating machine scans him. Go ahead, Jim.
No, I was going to say this. Maybe we should give him the opportunity to just confess before we do anything.
Sure, nothing's happening to him at the moment. He's just been scanned by the machine. Cray, you're able to read what's on there. Genetically, he is almost the exact same as standard humans. What you will notice, Cray, is that the Sky Tower people, they have also been genetically manipulated. But for the most part, this is more Archaeotech. Now, if you have the ability to do genetic manipulation, aren't you? So you'll notice that this person is a little bit more resistant to disease, is a little bit more resistant to like tumors and different medical things. His DNA is not going to pass on any birth defects or any, like, they don't have dyslexic people in their community, they don't have autistic people, Down syndrome, all of that shit is gone in this community.
His DNA isn't going to pass on anything.
Yeah, this guy's not passing any DNA.
Well, it's more...
It's the end of his line.
Well, no. It's because the Izmirians' DNA is fucked because of all the inbreeding.
No, this.
I'm just bringing this up so Cray knows the Sky Tower people are pure
joking
genes.
About killing it.
I get it.
We're joking about killing our guy.
I get it. I'm just trying to make it clear to you. The Sky Tower people, genetically good. You don't need to worry about breeding farms for them unless you want them to breed with Izmirians. No, that might be a bonus for them.
We're breeding farming everything on this. The Imperium needs more soldiers.
I mean, I want more of the good people, less of the bad people. As soon as we have more good people, we can burst the bad people.
What the fuck is wrong with us?
What is not wrong with us?
That's a good question. That's just more applicable, honestly.
So yeah, Cray.
Let me say, I don't think any of us would be recruited by anyone after if they realize our policies in game.
Yeah, we're never getting recruited for humanitarian goods, you know.
Were you hoping to get recruited? that was an option.
Oh my god.
So there are a couple of other interesting things about that the machine brings up, but most of them are just survival differences, like their bone structure is slightly stronger and so on and so forth. You don't detect any cybernetics installed. There's nothing extra that's been added. He doesn't like have an extra lung or nothing like that. The machine tells you which blood type he is, basically gives you the whole rundown of all the shit that's in him. It also gives you the option to harvest anything that you want. But this is at the point where you guys take over. If you want to ask him anything, if you want to begin the procedure, if you want to roll interrogation or charm, or, you know, this is where you take it from here.
Smack! Where are the drugs going? Where's Rachel?
Praise to Omnisire.
What's the airspeed velocity of a swallow carrying a coconut?
If a tree falls down in the middle of a forest, but no one's there to hear it, does it make a sound?
Does the Pope shit in the woods?
No, but the deacon does! Really? Huh.
I just reminded myself of that fucking Family Guy sketch. It's like, careful, you gotta put the food up on the tree, otherwise the Pope will get it. Is that the hot links? Come on, the Pope will want the hot links! God damn it. Okay. Right. So, as you've been a sneaky little shit, listening to things you weren't supposed to, why don't you start telling us a couple of things you do know and we're supposed to speak on?
He calls you a traitor, Heinrich, a traitor to the God Emperor and to all that the deacon has preached, as you were talking about removing the deacon from power.
I said no such thing.
He heard you talking about the administratum.
Yes.
He heard what you were saying.
That is how a colony should be properly run. A proper colony is run by the administratum, but the ecclesiarchy is run by an ecclesiarch, correct?
He informs you that that there is no ecclesiarchy here, only the God Emperor's divine light that shines through Deacon Odliffe.
That's a mighty heretical speak. You don't believe the ecclesiarchy has a position on this world? The ecclesiarchy, those who speak for the Emperor on Holy Terra, those who find his guiding light.
And that would be the deacon. The deacon is the voice of the ecclesiarchy on this world.
Is part of the ecclesiarchy, or are you telling me there are no official ecclesiarchy personnel on this planet?
No. He's very much saying that the deacon is the ecclesiarchy on this world. He speaks. No, I know.
I'm trying to fuck with him a little bit because he's saying he doesn't care about the ecclesiarchy. He cares about the deacon. But he's trying to. If he says the deacon's not the ecclesiarchy,
he cares about the ecclesiarchy. He doesn't care about the administratum. He's like the ecclesiarchy is all that he cares about, and the deacon speaks for the ecclesiarchy.
Right.
And you wanted to overthrow the ecclesiarchy and bring the administratum to control, and he spits at you and says that you're a heretic for trying to take away power from the hallowed deacon who speaks for the ecclesiarchy on this world.
I see. And what does the deacon feel about the people of this world?
Of course, the deacon believes that all true believers will find salvation in the God Emperor, and all those non-believers will be torn down and sent into the abyss, where their souls will be tortured by the denizens of evil.
Is that why he's taking their children?
The forces of the ecclesiarchy must be increased so that they can protect the holy sepulchre of the Emperor.
Sepulchre?
Holy place. Temple.
Seppuku. Okay. So he is taking the children. Correct?
Correct. Warriors are needed to do the God Emperor's work and to protect his hallowed grounds. Why should they not increase their tithe of warriors from the inhabitants of this world? And is it not written in the great book that all worlds must do their part for the God Emperor?
And do you know how those tithes are organized? I didn't realize you were an administrative clerk. You know the logistics of this world?
He blinks several times.
Ah, I see. So how many farmers must you take to maintain the food population of this world?
He blinks several times and refuses to answer.
Ah, how many Medicaes do you take to ensure that there are enough doctors and medicinal purposes?
He says some hallowed words from the good book and states that the Sisters of Battle are also trained in the Medicae arts. Therefore, the seizure or recruitment of new sisters to the order would only increase their number of positions.
Okay, which order?
Now, he would know this because it's Hospitaller. Although
Exactly.
they don't.
So he's talking about Hospitaller, but they don't have any Hospitallers there.
Yeah, this is
So
true.
how is he expecting the Hospitallers to be trained up correctly if there's no Hospitallers there? They have Sisters of Battle.
And they do know basic first aid, but yeah, they're not Hospitaller.
They're not.
He blinks.
How do you go about procuring a chirurgeon if you were to take all the youth?
He blinks several times, but then he goes to say something, and then he bites his tongue. Not off, but you can see his jaw clenches as he's holding something back.
Yeah. No, please speak. This is an area where you can speak freely.
He tries to move his arms where they're tied down.
No,
by the way, the medical bed has tied him down automatically. Just
yeah. He can speak freely. I didn't say he's free to move.
We have greater medical facilities than what you possess.
I'm going to look around and say,
You have greater than what we possess.
He looks daggers at you, and you know there is an underground. You know what is beneath the Sky Tower. You think we do not have medical facilities there?
So you have an Architect Medicae facility?
We have many things that will ensure our victory in the God Emperor's name once we have access to them.
Once you have access to them? Oh, so you don't have full control.
He blinks several times but doesn't say anything.
Well, unlike yourselves, we do have control over this Medicae facility. Would you like a demonstration?
I fear not, for I walk in the God Emperor's path. You can do nothing to my corporeal form that he wouldn't do 1,000 times worse to for my betrayal. I will not betray he who brings all to light.
Out of character, I'm holding myself back so hard because anything that I do say will not be kosher for a child to say.
Oh.
So Thomas looks at him. How come you not have
Yeah.
access to underground then? You not one of their people? Why can you not go underground? Mechanics can. He stares daggers at the furry.
He brings a good point.
He does.
Who all gets access to it? Is it only the sisters? Is it Ogleth and his closest confidants? Do any of the righteous followers?
Sorry.
Sorry?
No, my bad.
He stares daggers at you, but he doesn't answer.
Hmm.
You can at any time roll charm, deceive. What else could you do?
Torture,
Is there
interrogate?
coercion, or is there? No, you got charm. You got. I suppose you could get him drunk and try and get information out of him that way. That's another one.
Can we inject the alcohol right into his bloodstream?
Technically,
Much
you
faster.
could get a you could get a rag, soak it in alcohol, and shove it up his ass. I mean, that would also get it really quick.
Yeah, that would be better than injecting alcohol into his bloodstream because that would kill him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, true. Ketamine.
If you really want to give him the good stuff, there's some other stuff.
All right.
Don't you guys have torturer's tools? Didn't you pick some up at one point? I swear you did.
Did we?
Maybe I'm sure Kalindra had, but like,
Pretty sure Kalindra did from fucking character creation.
oh no, Kalindra would have from character creation, but she would also have picked it up from somewhere because she lost everything while she was trapped. Remember?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what are we looking for exactly?
Torturer's tools.
Yeah, have a look through your loot. See if you've got anything that helps you with interrogation or, I was trying to have a look where the bloody
I have
special
sims,
stuff.
I have non-refined medium,
You
I
could
have a
show
lasgun, I
non-refined
have a
Kaneko up his
lascutters,
ass.
I have ball
Is he-
bearings.
Is he enclosed in it yet, or is he just like
No,
Is
it's
he-
not.
is he
It's not an
totally
enclosed. It's not an enclosed one like where he gets a thing covers him completely. It's just medical tools come out the side and then do the operation right then and there.
fair? All right. Can I take it we have like a stool or something nearby, like a chair
Yeah.
or stool.
Sure.
I'll take the stool up close to him and it's like, listen, I have no true intention of inflicting any amount of pain on a true follower of the Imperium. I'm actually very proud to see a true follower of the Imperium out here after meeting with Izmirians, even some of the others. My own retinue of Izmirians are a special case. In fact, we've had to guide them along the correct path, and honestly, someone who knew someone who was more beneficial in the faith or more advanced in the learning of the faith would be much better at staying here and looking after the flock than me having to perform ceremonies every so often when I come back. I don't want to do any of this. I know you've heard something you weren't supposed to. I can't risk you going there and telling the wrong thing to Audleth. That's the only reason why you were grabbed, okay? If you can work with me, I don't want to get rid of the Ecclesiarch. It's true. I would rather see the place be ran by the Administratum, just because I want this world to be profitable. I am a rogue trader. I technically have the right to this world now. I am the planetary governor of sorts, by right of conquest and discovery. So, I want what's best for the planet itself. And that includes all of its people on it. So, just work with us, please.
Roll charm.
Okay. Any negatives, positives?
You can roll it flat because it will go against his willpower.
Okay. Holy fuck! I'm going to re-roll that with a fate point, if you can.
You can.
I rolled a fucking 19. I'm just sitting there beside the table, just like, come on, just work with me, and all of a sudden, just like, I didn't say any of that out loud, did I?
It's like, come on, just be friends. Tell me what you know.
Come on.
So if you hadn't have re-rolled, he would have succeeded. But because you did re-roll, you have in some ways charmed him. As he looks at you, Cooney.
Yep.
How many fortune points do you have right now? Your max number. Your
max number is 3.
Is 3.
A big 3.
So that would mean that you currently have the relic on display on your person. I believe you have an ecclesiarchal item that gives you a +1 to your fortune point, but to be able to use it, it has to be on display. It has to be on your armor, pinned on, or on your helmet, or on your. Has to be on your person in that way.
I didn't know that.
I did tell you. I did tell you that when you got it, because I told you specifically when you go to the Sky Tower, you will need to remember this.
I don't remember that because it's been like more than a month. So even if you did tell me that, I didn't remember that. But yeah, but if I just for practicality these sakes, let's just say it's dangling from my belt or something.
Sure.
So it'll be on my waist.
And again, you didn't speak to any ecclesiarchal people in the Sky Tower, so they didn't have the opportunity to see it. But this dude, as he's looking everyone up and down, and he has somewhat been charmed, although he was kidnapped, so you got to remember the charmism.
Yeah,
it's on you're in the negatives. You're still in the negatives, but you've moved up a bit. He does see a holy symbol upon one of your people. Don't think you have. I mean, technically, Cooney actually has a copy of the Lectitia Divinatus, but that's in her backpack somewhere.
She does.
Book of prayers.
I know, she actually has the whole fucking book.
Hey.
The Psalms and everything.
You do have the whole fucking book. Jesus Christ.
If you were to ignore the fact that I am a Tal and you didn't know anything about me,
I think she has 2 of them even.
Actually, let me check if I do have 2. I don't think I have 2 though.
Yeah, we cashed it twice, and I think I gave you both copies.
Did you? I do have Lectitia Divinitatas.
Can I tempt him with a Rolex wristwatch?
An Ancient Martyr's Holy Seal. If you got another one and gave it to me, I forgot to add to my thing, so I'll just add
It's in the
twice.
truck.
It's in the truck?
So he sees a holy symbol. He has been somewhat charmed. But your actions do not speak of the piety that you claim to have.
Our actions do not speak of it. Truly.
Attempting to
One of-
overthrow the ecclesiarchy, kidnapping a devout follower of the faith.
And what would you have done if you immediately began running?
I would have done what any true citizen of the Imperium should do in these matters. I would have reported you.
Okay. So you're going to report the governor of the world, correct?
I would report you to the deacon.
Question. Can I look through the medical database to see if there's anything that makes it more susceptible to suggestions?
That's a good question.
Sure, you can do that. As you're flipping through the medical device and all the different drugs that it has within its mechanics, can you give me a D100 roll? So this is basically going to be a luck roll. I also want to have a look at... I know I have given you drugs before. Show me the drugs! You probably shouldn't say that on YouTube.
No, you should not.
I mean, do we actually still care about the...
Not really.
I mean, we've already talked about eugenics and genocide programs.
We have. We've gone through some very sketchy conversations, so, yeah.
Plus, we're already a few hours in. I do have a Medicaid roll, if you would take it with me.
I need a luck roll first. So a D100 is just to see how lucky you are and if there are drugs that will do what you want, that they have them in stock. And I'm just having a look to see if I have given you any drugs with, here we go, what the no, I don't think it's that one. Do you have dusk leaves on your persons?
I'll need to check.
That's great.
Why does that sound familiar?
I think we got a set of it once. I mean, I did write it down as 10 healing herb sets.
In the dusk leaves?
It would have to be dusk leaf, specifically dusk leaf, because all my drugs have specific names.
We have one dose of dusk leaf in the party supply stock. We have 3 doses of unknown hallucinogenics, 7 doses of 100 pints, 10 doses of hypermetabolics, and 7 doses of hippolyta seeds. Actually, we could give him one of each and see what it does.
We also have 3 bags of razor wheat.
I imagine the razor wheat will probably have been taken by Izmir, the people, by now.
Probably.
To make breads and other items. Right, I believe then if you have the dusk leaf, so when you look at the medical scanner, it doesn't have the drug. It lists a drug that can have an effect on people, but it doesn't have any stock in stock. It tells you that it can acquire this from a specific vegetation on planet, the Duskleaf. It gives you a description of what it looks like and blah blah blah. A dark purple weed.
The Duskleafs.
And yeah, you can remove one dose as you put one dose into the machine. So the machine will tell you basically what it does. And I believe if I just click this, yeah, so that should show you exactly what it does. So if you take it naturally, you can get unnatural senses 20 for 1d5 hours. But there's another compound which also gives you hallucinogenic effects. Hallucinogenic effects. And it's the hallucinogenic part that the machine is creating the drug from.
I mean, I do have 3 doses of non-hallucinogenics and 5 doses of Windred fine.
Yeah, I mean, you should be all right with this one. So you're able to essentially give him a drug that will heighten some of his senses and make him more perceptible to what you're saying. So you would... Ooh, did I want to close that? Probably not, but never mind. So I mean, Cray, are you just doing this? Or are you like pulling people to one side and asking them if this is a good idea?
I just do it.
Okay. So a small injector comes down and injects the patient in the neck. There's a small, he's as the injector comes down, and he inquires as to what are you doing? What are you doing to me? What is this? But after a few moments,
give happy beeping.
After a few moments, his mood seems to change a bit. His eyes go slightly glazed over. Do I roll a dice? Nah, fuck it. It's all right. What would you like to ask him?
Sorry, I'm getting a couple. You guys mind moving him up? I just look at. Sorry.
Jerry sounded very far away from me. I could not understand.
He's basically asking us to interrogate him instead of Gilly. I would ask him if he knows how many loyalists the deacon has.
Okay. Our numbers are many. No. Our numbers are few, but they are growing. The deacon will not allow the men to fight, so we are his eyes and ears within the community. There is at least a third of the community is under the deacon's sway.
I ask after their normal armament level, as well as how many would fight to the death.
We would all lay down our lives for the God Emperor, but the sisters are our strength. The mechanics keep us from our arms.
I ask how the relation is between the canoness and the deacon, and how many people would follow the canoness over the deacon.
The deacon speaks for the God Emperor. We would all follow him. The Canonus is a mystery to us. Akuni, you would also notice that the fanatic, his eyes have glazed over, his speech is a little bit more forthcoming. Cray definitely did something when that thing injected him in the neck. Not sure what, but...
I just going to look at Heinrich and like maybe ask now. That probably works. But I have the interrogate button to click just in case.
No, you just need to ask questions. Heinrich doesn't really want to go torturing someone who's a true believer in the creed.
Yeah, but like...
I don't have those inhibitions.
Yeah, me neither.
Problem is, one more question. Does he know how high up in the ranking he is? Does he have men under him? How many men are above him?
I mean, if he was out in the field trying to eavesdrop on us, he's most likely not high up.
Wait, so all of the men that were recruited are just their eyes and ears, but all of the women are being pushed towards the Sisters of Battle?
Yes, correct.
All of the women?
Correct. The deacon still...
What about the children?
The deacon
what are
still
they actually
plays
doing with
by
children?
he still plays by the rules of the ecclesiarchy. No men under arms.
Yeah.
He just
This is
says
for
they will all
parish
be
membership.
trained. They will all be trained. They will all be indoctrinated into the sisters. The SOBs.
Boulder Bridges.
Son of a bitch.
You don't have any misgivings at all when you speak freely?
Since the pain, no.
The pain? What pain?
Cray turned away from Heinrich.
I mean, I'm just nonplussed, and I continue to think about my next question.
Oh, I thought you meant in relation to the. I thought it was in relation to the church, not just fucking.
No, since
Cray stabbed
he got
James.
that injection to the neck and had that pain, the answers come a lot easier.
Yeah. No, he has no misgivings with the church then at all. No misgivings with how Odleth treats you.
We are all treated as the good book demands. We are all servants to the to the God Emperor. We are but menials in his great work. They're not treated great, but they're not abused. Basically what he's saying.
So you can read, correct?
Correct.
All your teachings come from Odleth's book. Or do you all have your own copies of
This dude is probably, let's say, 28. So I was taught before Odleth arrived.
before Odloth arrived. So you were first taught under the old teacher?
In the
Old ecclesiarch?
undergrounds, yes.
In the undergrounds?
Yes. In the classrooms and facilities for teaching and learning.
Right.
Are the new people being taught like that?
We have always been taught like that until Odlif came. And we were locked out of the underground by the mechanics.
Why did the mechanics lock you out?
They believe we have fallen from the path of our ancestors. They do not want us to have access to the most important facilities underground. Thus, we were all excised. Only the mechanics have true, full access, and some shield sisters.
Understandable, honestly.
I am nodding my head.
What do you believe us to be? Is that from your own opinion, or is that what you are taught?
The old ways, you are outsiders from another world. The Imperial Creed teaches that you are a rogue trader, chosen by the Emperor to go out and explore uncharted territories.
And yet you still call me heretic.
You attempt to remove the ecclesiarchy from power. That is heretical.
That is not heretical. You misread your the Divinitatis. What is the Council of Terra made up of?
I do not know.
Made up of everyone. Administratum, Amicus, Ecclesiarch, Adjudicators, Arbites, Inquisition.
I
They
do not
all
know of
have
these
some-
names.
Why not? That's part of standard year of education. You know what a rogue trader is.
We know of the rogue traders from the previous rogue trader. We have
Yet
never
he
been
carried
taught.
with him- And yet he carried with him Arbites, Inquisition.
We never met any of these designated people.
So you were never told because it was never worth it to tell you.
We need
know this
only
is from-
learn of the God Emperor through Odlif. What use do we have of Arbites?
Those that dictate the laws of the Imperium. Those who the Emperor's laws themselves were passed to. You don't think you should listen to them?
We follow the rules that Odlif has taught us from the Lectitio Divinitatis. We do not need those to enforce punishment. We will enforce the punishment. However, if Odlif demanded that they would be relocated here, we would not question his demands or his rhetoric.
You sound as if you're more dedicated to Odlith than anything else.
Would you not be loyal to one who enlightened you into the Emperor's grace?
I am loyal to the Imperium. I am loyal to the Emperor. I'm not loyal to a single solitary figure.
But you were not illuminated by one person. You were born into the creed. Odlif illuminated the darkness for us. He brought the Emperor's words to us.
But you're only hearing Odlif's words. The man that gets the first word can shape the narrative.
But are his words
I'm
not
worried.
of the ecclesiarchy?
I'm worried that the man you see as your illuminator is cherry picking. He's carved himself a nice little empire here, hasn't he?
He requests nothing of us that we are not willing to give. He has never forced us to do anything that we are not prepared to sacrifice.
And what of your cousins? The others?
They will be illuminated soon enough.
You have plans to illuminate everyone? By choice?
Odlif is already doing as such in his preachings from the good book, illuminating the darkness for all to hear. It is up to the individual to choose to open their mind and ears to his words and the Emperor's light. He has never forced anyone to listen. But the enlightened listen readily.
He never forced anyone to, however, he kept the power field ready to go at a moment's notice, draining everyone of power and the time.
Do you not sacrifice to protect your holy places? It was a sacrifice.
You had the Sisters of Battle.
They are too few in number, thus we must have more to ensure the
You have a
protection.
defensive position.
And what of chaos? Should we not defend against this evil that Odlif speaks of? The darkness.
Question. Did he say chaos, or did he say the great enemy?
He said
That's
chaos. A good
chaos.
question.
He said chaos.
So that was my next question. You dare mention the great enemy? What do you know truly of the great enemy?
Chaos is created when there is no stability from the great light of the Emperor. Chaos emerges when darkness falls upon the worlds of the ignorant. Chaos leads men into destruction and terror. Chaos is evil, and the Emperor brings illumination and reason to our ignorance.
I forgot how weird it was talking to fanatics.
I've forgotten. Did the deacon ever refer to himself as an incarnation of a being of higher importance? As being the voice of the Emperor?
Please, God, no, not this again.
He is the voice of the Emperor on this world. He is the only one that illuminates us from the good book with such reverence. He is our light, as he is the one who is illuminating us They may not be his words, but the Emperor's words and actions, but he brings the light to us. He has importance for that reason alone. But he has never... there's a word that I should use, but I can't remember it.
Claimed, impersonated, proclaimed.
Proclaimed will... proclaimed will do. He has never proclaimed to be more than a servant of the Emperor. But the Emperor has guided him in his duties to enlighten us all. And he is devout and... Another word that slipped from my mind.
I cannot help you this time.
Yeah, it's another religious word about it being sanctimonious. Not sanctimonious, because that's a bit of an insult. No, so he doesn't claim to be the God Emperor, but he does claim to work for the God Emperor.
Does he hear voices in his head? Pulls up a clipboard.
I do not know.
That was actually a joke, but okay. That's actually a good question now that I think about it in universe.
Yeah. See, the more and more we actually talk about it, I'm getting some fucking weird vibes, Monolith, but I don't think he's an actual traitor or anything. I think he's just a fucking idiot.
I never thought he was a traitor.
I'm 50-50 on him being possessed.
I don't think he's a possessed or anything. I think he's just a fucking idiot.
I never once thought he was a traitor. I just always thought he was, an idiot that we had to remove.
Listen, okay, that's the Tau speaking, but there's always the chance that they are a heretic.
Yeah, but that's more the pragmatic person in me going look, you're the governor. Are you going to leave the guy that's screaming on top of the building that you're not meant to be ruling?
Yeah. Okay. I mean, this guy considers himself a loyal servant of the Imperium.
Need to ask yourself, what would an Inquisitor do?
Not an Inquisitor, though. I have a Rosetta. Well, I got that from a fucking dead interrogator. He doesn't know anything about the fucking Inquisition anyway.
Yeah, that wouldn't work.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we should.
Anyway.
I guess we should observe him.
I mean,
does the deacon ever do ceremonies alone?
Yes, we know that.
We are not permitted to enter the Sky Tower, where the deacon and several acolytes will pray to the God Emperor and perform litanies within the Great Halls.
I just remembered something. What was up with the guys that were basically glazed over last time we went there and we had lunch?
Glazed over?
Those guys? Yeah, there was the guys from the Ecclesiarchy that were basically, they were not there basically.
Oh, yes. Yes. No, I don't need to go back to that map. So they're individuals who have had they're individuals who have been connected to the machine that's meant to download information.
Yeah, they're basically felt
mechanics, kind of. Yeah, they're
Okay.
almost brain dead. You know, not
Okay.
quite retarded would probably be. I'm allowed to say that, YouTube. Don't get me started on it. Yeah, they're kind of retarded after massive brain damage. Technically, you do bring up a good point, because why are they in the ecclesiastical part?
Yeah.
There you go. I'll say that.
Why have you got the brain deads? What are you doing with the brain deads?
What's the matter with those brain dead people?
Hey,
I mean,
maybe
what do you
haven't.
think? What do you think a religious person is doing with brain dead people alone?
You got the hot links?
I mean, they're not children, so I don't know.
We have a mind impulse unit. They were failed mechanics for Odleth.
Did Odleth ever speak about the special encounter or visions?
Wait, so Odleth wants his own technicians.
We
I
require
think
them.
his own technicians that are not the mechanics, correct?
Correct.
And are the mechanics aware that Odleth is doing this?
They are not.
Okay.
I'm doing my part.
Yeah. So you have access to nothing. Truly, you were sent out to be the eyes and ears of the church.
That is correct. We are the
You don't have
informants.
access to the Sky Tower.
That is correct.
You don't have any access to any and all locations within the Sky Tower or any other locations around the Sky Tower.
Odleth will choose those devout who are allowed to observe the ceremonies within the Great Hall, but only a few are taken at a time. Most of us do not enter.
Have you ever seen symbols inside the Great Hall?
He's never been into the Gate Hall.
Yeah, this one hasn't.
I mean,
Yeah.
would be that he saw them through the open doors.
Well, actually saying that, this one's old enough that he would have gone to the Great Hall as a child. So, correction there, he would have gone there as a child when everyone was allowed to access everything.
Yeah, but that's before the Odleth era.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
There are no...
Yes.
there are symbols,
Or Odleth.
but they would be of this world.
We've been in the Great Hall, Albie.
You have.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
I
this
thought
dude...
he was meaning to play. I thought he was meaning the prayer hall or something, and we just went to
No.
the dining
No,
hall.
we got a tour of the whole fucking place.
Yeah, this dude wouldn't know what symbols you're on about, but there are symbols and engravings all throughout the Sky Tower, but they're all this world's like Gaelic symbology. So no 8 pointed stars. Well, not that he knows of. Oh yeah, you got 4 hours of him in this trance state, by the way.
Good lord.
Good.
Yeah, every now and then he does seem to see something in the corner of his eyes, which he flinches from and moves his head around, and he is, glazed over, and he is.
Yeah, he is detecting everything within 20 meters, technically.
Well, so he hasn't got the unnatural sense 20. He has.
Well, he would. He would have like an unnatural sense.
Well, no, because it went into the machine. He hasn't had the dusk leaf directly. The dusk leaf was put into the machine, and the machine extracted chemical components to make a medicine that he was then injected with. So if you'd given him the dusk leaf straight, then it wouldn't have had. But because it's got hallucinogens in it. That's what the machine's abstracted. And hallucinogenics, yeah, basically the same thing.
I understand. All right.
Think of it like the zombie drug, where he's just, you know, what's your PIN number for your bank code? No, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. You know.
Wait, you mean the zombie drug? You mean the T virus?
No, not that one.
Bath salts.
No, it's the Brazil. It's actually the drug from Brazil.
You mean Oxy or?
No. So you've got a native tree that the pollen from the tree puts people into a trance-like state, and you can refine it to where you blow this powder into someone's face, they breathe it in, and they'll tell you or do anything that you ask them to.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and it's on the street. If you're hit by it, it's called being zombied.
I have never heard that term here in Brazil, though.
To be honest with you, I've only ever heard it being like if someone was a tourist was hit in Thailand, and it was reported that he had been zombied, and it explained, you know, he had had this powder blown into his face that puts him into a zombie trance-like state. And yeah, the next day, mate, he went to the police. Was like, well, all my stuff's been robbed, and I don't know how the fuck it happened. And yeah, they tested his clothes and saw, you know, powders on his clothes and tested it, and yeah, it turned out he'd been zombied. Which I think was the first case of a tourist ever being zombied in Thailand. Or at least the first person to come forwards and be like, yeah, all my stuff's been robbed and I don't know how. I haven't got a hangover, so not like I was drunk.
You guys ask as many questions as you can. I'll be back in a minute.
I mean, I don't know what to ask this guy.
Well, you asked some of the right questions. You have learnt more, technically.
But like, I don't know what to ask him anymore. Like,
So then Thomas steps forwards.
actually,
You got one?
did we ask him if they were taking the children, right?
Yes.
Not in the people that were losing their children weren't getting the choice in the matter, right?
Correct.
Does he know how many children have been taken?
$15 or $20 so far.
Does the general public know that it is the deacon that is doing this?
They are.
Does he know where they are taken exactly inside the facility?
They are being housed in the guild quarters. That would be the area that you guys were able to sleep in.
Well, no, and we do have the game access to that location as admins, don't we? Because Cray did his magic.
I don't think we have access to the admins, but do we have access to the admin?
Yes, you don't have access to the bank where all the vaults are kept, but you have admin access to the guild quarters, or the massive housing units that's in there. But each one
we need to go back there
has a different size.
Bonus points to our ID cards and stuff.
Hey, Cray, can you make a quest for us that is kill as many members of the ecclesiarchy as possible?
Oh god. Yes, we have a. Hang on. Wait.
We
Wait.
could all. I'm also thinking of stuff now because of this. But you first. Go
Get
ahead.
them to generate a quest for fucking what do you call them? Blah, blah, blah. Those skeletons.
Quest to claim sand tiger skeletons.
Yeah, sand tiger skeletons, and then we just fucking like hand in a bunch of the ones that the
Astartes claimed.
the Astartes did. But then like there's no proper staff there, so we just take it back and just keep handing them in for a repeating quest. Infinite XP glitch. It's like in Skyrim when you get fucking training from a companion, so you just take the money back out of his inventory.
I mean, if you're going to be glitching, you can just jump outside the first city and just steal the chests underneath the
Yeah.
Listen, are we doing any
Underworld.
percent or are we doing no major glitches? All right, this is a speed run.
You're doing a speed run. You don't use any glitches. You do.
Remember, you got to run. You got to run to the door in Windhelm and drop through the floor, and then you can go to the Sky Tower chest and steal it all.
Yeah, we're doing no major glitches, which is they grabbing the stuff out of the NPCs' pockets. That's allowed. Or any percent, which is fucking we're going out of bounds and shit. So I'm pretty damn sure this does not want us to pop out of bounds and change this into a backrooms fucking campaign.
Yeah, but they'll probably be a bit much. So
all of a sudden, entirely all we see is just fucking yellow felt walls and ceilings with a slight buzzing noise in the background, and that's all we fucking have to deal with for the fucking.
If we drink enough skooma, we can fly.
So Thomas asks, what's the Deacon's plan for the Fetids on this world?
That's another good question. I keep forgetting about the Fetids.
They'll be enslaved.
Cody doesn't know much about the Fetids, so
they'll be enslaved or eradicated, as they are the mutant, the filth, and the stain upon our ancestry.
Hey, but they're cute furries. And the god of this world likes furries.
Silence you!
I'm punching her in the arm.
They were abhumans, goddammit.
They're abhumans.
They're not furries.
They're close to humans. What do they do with the Asmerians?
Whatever gets you through the night.
But with that, I think it is probably about time that we end the episode. As it is 3 minutes to 10. Or 11 for Albie.
That's a good
or God knows for Jim.
It's... Hold on.
What? 4 o'clock?
No, not 4 o'clock. We start at 4 o'clock. It's almost 7 p.m. for me.
Okay.
Oh.
So...
don't forget, our clocks change like partway through this month, don't we?
Yeah, I believe they do.
We'll have to remind you about that.
So, we're going to end the episode off here. But do keep in mind, hopefully, we'll have a game next week, possibly. If you do think of any questions, make a note of them, because you'll have another little bit to ask any more questions, if you think of them. But yeah, we will end the episode off there. So I certainly hope you've all enjoyed this episode and looking forward to future episodes to come. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care, everyone, and as always, bye-bye for now.
Bye.
See ya.